Hey guys, Pachi here, and in this video I'm going to give you the best discovery call questions that you can use to nail. Hey guys, Pachi here, and in this video I'm going to give you the best discovery call questions you can ask to nail the pain of the prospect, right? Why is this important? Because the number one reason you are not closing deals or you are closing way less deals than you should be closing is because you do not understand the pain of the prospect. And if you do not understand the pain, it's because you didn't ask the right questions, right? It's pretty basic, but basically it's what most business owners are missing right now. So this is the actual script. And I'm going to walk you through it at the end of the video. But I want to show you first why it is important, how you can use it and leverage the answers to create relevant sales proposals, and that will basically allow you to close the deals. When I got started in business, it was around 3 years ago, I was cold calling all day long because I wanted to close a deal. And I remember one guy that I cold called that told me that most salespeople are not great salesmen because they do not ask the right questions. They don't know how to conduct a discovery phase in the sales process. And at the time, I have to admit that I didn't really understand because I was new to business and I didn't have enough experience to understand this. I thought, yeah, but I have a list of questions. I could just read them and ask the questions to the prospects and I will close the deals. Well, I didn't close a single deal at this period. But now I understand because no one knows how to do it. And this week, I've been working with one of my clients, like one-to-one calls, back to back to back, to teach him the discovery process. So basically what I'm usually doing with my clients is that I take care of the entire end-to-end sales process. We generate the leads. We create the sales infrastructure for them to close the leads like easily, to actually warm the leads. Then we create the whole sales process, sales scripts, and so on and so on. And there is a part of coaching. And in this case, my client, who is the founder of his business, is also taking the calls. So I had to teach him one-on-one how to implement the scripts that we've created for him. Okay, and it wasn't easy. And I'm not saying that this client has a problem or anything. It's just that most of you guys do not know how to do it. And even myself, being in the game for multiple years and giving you advice on this, sometimes I made some mistakes and I'm missing some questions that end up in me not understanding the pain of the prospect and in me not closing the deals. Okay, so it's super important. So it will be quick and you will understand everything. So what happens when you skip the discovery process? Well, like I just mentioned, you won't close the deal, but most importantly, you become a feature pusher instead of a problem solver. What does it mean? Well, think about it. Whether you are selling a product or a service, you have a list of features, you have a list of actions you will be delivering to the client, the potential client, and you will end up just saying, yes, so I do this, this, and that, and I can do this, this, and that for you, and you will have this and this and that feature. But at no point in time, you can link this delivery, these actions, these features to the outcome that the person wants, because you do not know the outcome that the person wants because you didn't ask the right questions. Okay, then the prospects ghost you because they don't feel understood, because you are just talking in front of them, again, like a feature pusher, not like a problem solver. People want problem solver. People want a leader in front of them that will tell them what to do, how to do it, and do it for them, and they will pay them big money. So if you can do it, you will get the money. So just ask the right questions. And you will get stuck in endless, let me think about it. Because you will push the features in front of you, they will be. It makes sense, because they won't tell you directly that, look, what you're telling me is bullshit. I don't care about the features. No, they won't be telling you this. They will tell you, look, I will keep in touch over email, okay? Let's keep in touch in 2 days. I will tell you, blah, blah, blah. I have to talk with my other founder or something like this. And then they will just tell you, well, it doesn't look like we need this, so we won't move forward with you, and so on and so on. Just because you do not understand what they really, truly want, okay? So, how to do it? and how you can leverage this information. This is what your sales proposal should include. Okay, so this is a screenshot of my template, actually, of my sales proposals, and this is just the beginning of it. But as you can see, I'm starting the proposal by stating the problem that I will solve. And I know the problem that I will solve for them because I've asked them questions. And I understand that in most cases, for example, I will give you a concrete example. The problem that they have is that they are stuck at $1 million per year in revenue because they rely on referrals to grow and they cannot get enough leads to reach the next level, which is 2 million per year for them. Okay, and I need more leads to fill this gap. So I state the problem and I say that I'm going to solve it. Then I tell them, look, first thing in the call, let's make sure that we are aligned. And then you go to this part and you basically state, right, so during our previous calls, you mentioned that your goals over the next 12 months are this, and that. There will be Great. Your key challenges are this, and that, which are preventing you from reaching those goals. Yeah, exactly. I said this. I did say this. Great. And they will agree with you. So those are the consequences. And here is the opportunity cost if nothing changes. Basically, if nothing changes, for example, if you do not implement the predictable system that I'm about to show you, the opportunity cost for you is $1 million because you will stay to $1 million per year instead of being to $2 million per year. Okay? So you start the call by showing them that you listen to them, there is trust, that you are a professional because the plan is basically based on these observations here, on their current situation. So the plan must be relevant. You're not one of these guys that is just selling the same thing to everyone. No, you listened and you will present something that is actually custom. So the trust will be here. And then another part of any sales proposal, those are examples from my sales proposals, but any B2B sales proposal should have this, is an ROI projection. Okay, so I won't get into the details here, but basically here, I need to understand how much they get per client, so the revenue, and it's not here, but even the margins, because I want to understand that if they get 5K per month per client, I get them 15 clients, it means that they will get 75K of new monthly recurring revenue thanks to me in 3 months. And if my cost is, I don't know, let's say 5K per month, well, they make 60K and then it compounds, okay? And the margins are super important actually, because you want to understand if, well, these people are actually making money off the revenue, and if so, how you can position yourself to make it like a no-brainer to pay for your services, basically, okay? And I can give you a quick story on myself. One day I made the mistake of not asking the guy what were his margins. I only knew about the revenue, the yearly revenue. And I was presenting the commercials at the end, so basically the price. And he was looking at it and he told me like, man, what do you think our margins are? And I thought for a second, and I remembered of one other client of mine that I had that was making about 40% margins. Okay. So I told him, well, I believe 40 to 50%. And this guy laughed at me because he was making 20%, right? He was below the market average, actually the other clients. And at that point, I knew that I lost the deal because the trust wasn't here. I didn't have much credibility left, and I simply understood that this guy didn't have much money to pay for the services. So it wouldn't close, and indeed the deal didn't close. So you can see that it's super important to really understand the financial situation of the people you're talking with. And look, so far I didn't create anything. I didn't reinvent the wheel. It's basic common sense. But guys, I see so many people not doing it. I see so many people that are just winging it, not having any script, and just saying, yeah, this guy seems like he's making lots of money, so I will increase my price. Or this guy seems like he's not making so much money, so I will lower the price, and so on and so on and so on. And I saw this in many, many different businesses. So here are the actual questions you should be asking to make sure that you have all the information you need here to show that you understand the current situation, you understand how to get them to the desired situation, and that the pricing actually makes sense. So some of the questions are really growth oriented because for myself and my clients, we actually use this. Sometimes it's custom, of course, but those are the questions I'm asking, okay? So first, if it's the first call with the lead, okay? Why did you want to take the call? What is your current situation? What are you doing in the business? You want to understand if this person is important, or at least a decision maker in the business. And then in my case, how are you currently generating new business? Because I want to understand how they get leads. Most of the time, they get leads, they get clients through referral. And they all have the same problems, that referrals are unpredictable, referrals are slow, and they actually don't do much in the marketing and sales side of things. So they can get much more revenue, grow way faster if they add a marketing channel. Then what is your current revenue? You want to understand where they're at right now, and if they have the means to pay you, where they want to go in terms of revenue. So it's more oriented for if you have a marketing or sales like services that you're delivering. And what will success look like for you personally? You want to understand the mindset of the person that you have in front of you. Then the challenges and pain points. What's preventing you from reaching these goals, right? What is the gap today? Why do you think that you won't reach them? What solutions have you tried before? And why didn't they work? What happens if these challenges are not addressed? So this is the opportunity cost, basically, that you will add here. And I will give you a quick story on this. What solutions have you tried before? One day I was in a discovery call with a guy that actually told me that he invested in an agency that he paid 12K for 3 months of work and got zero money out of it. And what I was about to pitch him in the next call was kind of the same. Basically getting more leads, closing the deals with our sales process. And it was about $12K for 3 months, okay? So the only thing that was changing was the mechanism. It's big, but it was super useful to know this because I could position myself as the solution. And I told him during the pitch, look, these guys before, they done this and I will be doing this. So you can see the gap and you won't be losing 12K with me. You will actually have an ROI thanks to me. So you can see that these kind of questions can help you position yourself better and help you close the deals, because I ended up closing the deal in just a few days. In 14 days, I've closed the deal from the first touch point to actually like signing the contract and paying the invoice. Okay. Then quantifying the impact. What will it mean financially to solve these problems? That way you will be able to position yourself as either a money saver or a money maker. How much time, money are these challenges costing you? Does this affect your team customers? And then if you are in the growth, sales, anything marketing, you can ask them about the ICP, average ticket size, LTV, business margins, and just to understand exactly, right, I'm going to target this kind of people for these clients. I'm going to show him that I'm going to bring to him this kind of people. I'm going to help him close them. He will get that amount of money per ticket, per client. With these margins, he will make X amount of profits out of it, and here is my price. So basically, exactly what I showed you here. Okay, and then you want to clarify, right? Is there any other decision maker that should be involved in the process? You do not want to pitch to someone if this person is not the only decision maker. And then you can ask them, what criteria will you use to make your decision, right? That way, in the next call, you can add some elements to make it easier to close the deal, okay? And then what timeline are you working with to implement a solution? Is it urgent? Is it not urgent? How can you navigate this and make sure that you are getting the deal closed as fast as possible? Okay, so I hope that you guys found value in this. I encourage you to just take a screenshot of these questions here and use these questions for yourself, because you will be seeing like great increase in the amount of deals you will be closing thanks to you conducting a great discovery call. I also encourage you guys to steal this from me, use it for your own sales proposals. It will be super helpful because you will be able to show that you listen to them, that you will bring them a positive ROI, and that you will be basically be valuable to them. Okay. And again, if you are a tech or consulting company that is making anywhere in between $1 million up to $3.5 million per year in revenue, and that you are getting 80% plus of your business through referrals, you want to grow, you want to add $500,000, $1 million per year in revenue over the next 12 months, well, let me know, book a call below, and I'm going to actually ask you these questions here and then create a plan like this for you and show you exactly how you can do it for yourself, even if you want to implement it by yourself with your team. It doesn't matter. You will be able to grow the business in a predictable way while spending less time on marketing and sales. Okay? See you soon, guys.